To me, after this line of questioning, it's very clear that these policies that you have all implicated are active and alive and well in your cities, are in direct violation with U.S. Title 8, Code subsection 1324, and it is a federal offense.
Boom. Boom. That's exactly what needs to happen, right? There needs to be criminal investigations into these woke mayors, and arrests need to be made. Okay, I'm so serious right now. I'm so serious. Okay, nothing will warm my heart more than seeing Brandon Johnson in handcuffs.
This is Mixed Texan Report, and I am reacting to Black Conservative Perspective's video on the nutty Sanctuary City Mayor's hearing. Let's check it out.
To me, after this line of questioning, it's very clear that these policies that you have all implicated are active and alive and well in your cities, are in direct violation with U.S. Title 8, Code subsection 1324, and it is a federal offense. But you all speak about a broken immigration system, and yet here you guys are aiding and abetting in that entire process. I want to be very clear about something. Open border policies, which is something that you guys are talking about, hurts people on both sides, meaning the people that are coming here illegally and then American citizens as well. I do not think you guys are bad people, but I think that you are ideologically misled, which is why, unfortunately, based on your responses, I'm all going to be criminally referring you to the Department of Justice for investigation. And as soon as I leave here, these will be going over to Pam Bondi. I'm not doing that in an effort to bully you guys.
That's exactly what needs to happen, right? There needs to be criminal investigations into these woke mayors, and arrests need to be made. Okay, I'm so serious right now. I'm so serious. Okay, nothing will warm my heart more than seeing Brandon Johnson in handcuffs. Okay, I'm keeping it 100 with you. Now, I don't know if Pam Bondi is actually going to do it. I don't know if she has the cojones, the stones to actually move forward with some type of criminal investigation or prosecution of these woke mayors. But Democrats apparently are pissed, right? And they are defending these woke mayors and trying to make it seem like they're the victims, right? The woke mayors are the victims, the illegal immigrants are the victims, and the GOP, the Republicans, they're just bullies.
To take this opportunity to especially acknowledge Mayor Wu, because not only are you the first woman to ever serve the city of Boston, if y'all haven't been watching, she is also the mother of a newborn who is here with her. She has a 7-week-old baby, and she showed up to testify and be yelled at by our colleagues for 4 hours.
7-week-old. Anyway, let's keep going.
So I say to you, Mayor Wu, may your daughter grow up to be a fierce leader like you.
Thank you.
Now, I want to reject the fundamental premise of this hearing, because what this entire effort is about is intimidating state and local officials, attacking law-abiding immigrant families, and spending millions of dollars of taxpayer dollars, both in the administration and in Congress, to make ads that are complete smoke and mirrors, trying to say that Donald Trump has somehow secured America's safety. What they are doing is not making America safer. In fact, it's a total and complete lie, because Donald Trump has failed to actually even secure the border. Is that really what he's about? Is that really what my colleagues across the aisle are about? Because what I can tell you, as a representative from a great city, the city of Albuquerque, a border state, is that we know what makes our communities safer. It means we stop drugs from coming into our country and our communities. It means that we support and we fund our law enforcement. It means that we fund our behavioral health system. It means that we support our mayors, our tribal leaders, and our state officials. It means that we invest in them. It does not mean that we drag them in front of Congress for 4 hours. We yell at them. We tell them we're going to give them criminal referrals. The DOJ is intimidating our mayors, and my colleagues across the aisle are producing TV ads to try to pretend that they're making this country safe again. It's total bullshit. Absolute.
Okay, for one, she's making my blood pressure go up listening to her. She's annoying as heck, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. is when they say things like that. Immigrant, she used the term immigrant families. She leaves out the word illegal. And she said Donald Trump, I don't know if Greg is going to touch on this. I watched this a couple of days ago. I don't remember if he touched on this or not, but I can tell you right now that that's a flat out lie. I can tell you the numbers off the top of my head of how many apprehensions were made in the month of February. There's like 88,000, over 8,200 apprehensions in the month of February, which is astronomically different than what it was under Joe Biden. What, he had like 150,000, 160,000 a month coming across the border, down to 8,000 with Donald Trump. That's insanely different. Does that sound like he didn't make the country safer? How many ICE arrests have been made in comparison to the average of Joe Biden? It's about 300 a day under Joe Biden, and now under Donald Trump, last time I checked, was about 600 to 700. Of course, we want to see more, but it's more than double. That's more than double what it was under Joe Biden. So yes, he made the country a lot safer. Border crossings are down here in Texas over 90%. So what are they talking about? We have troops down at the border. We have the National Guard. We have Texas DPS. So we have resources now. And all it took was the stroke of a pen, some executive orders, and some bold, swift action. So that's what, like he said in his speech, you didn't have to wait for Congress, because Joe Biden liked to use that as an excuse, or we have to wait for Congress to act. Democrats in Congress like to say that as well. We need legislation. No, you don't. You need a new president. We got a new president. Now we have a secure border. So the country is not safer, because if you have, let's an example, if you have 180,000 people coming across the border 1 month, and how many of those people are gotaways? How many gotaways came into the country? Then you have down to 8,000 under Donald Trump. He may have just stopped a bunch of drugs from coming in, a bunch of murders, a bunch of rapists from coming in, terror suspects. So yes, securing the border does make the country safer, and it is safer for that.
Bullshit.
Keep going.
They are not making America safer again. And what they are doing is terrorizing immigrant leaders and our state officials. It means that we invest in them. It does not mean that we drag them in front of Congress for 4 hours. We yell at them. We tell them we're going to give them criminal referrals. The DOJ is intimidating our mayors. And my colleagues across the aisle are producing TV ads to try to pretend that they're making this country safe again. It's total bullshit. That we drag them in front of Congress for 4 hours. Colleagues across the aisle are producing TV ads to try to pretend that they're making this country safe again. It's total bullshit. Absolute bullshit. They are not making America safer again. And what they are doing is terrorizing immigrant families. That is what they are doing. Parents who are afraid to send their kids to school, parents who are afraid that they won't come home again, kids who are afraid to leave their houses, refugees who have waited for years to come into this country. And our mayors are sitting here enduring this ridiculous hearing.
Wow. The Democrat Party, man. Imagine just getting your butt whooped in the election, mainly because of illegal immigration. And you're sitting up here in Congress as you have these woke mayors who are basically obstructing the federal government from doing their job, defending these woke mayors, pretending as if they're the victims, right? Pretending as if illegal immigrant criminals are the victims, pretending as if President Trump isn't actually securing the border or making this country safer. But despite the lies from the Democrats, the data doesn't lie. Border crosses plunged to lowest level in decades. New data. Okay, so border apprehensions are at the lowest level that we've seen in a long time. Okay. Well, why is that? It's because President Trump has secured the border. Okay. Not only has he secured the border, but he has also, on top of that, disincentivized illegal immigrants from trying to come into the country, period, for even trying to cross the border, because they already know what's going to happen, right? But yeah, you got this Democrat, right, sitting in Congress live. Trump didn't secure the border, right? Again, these people just lie. They just lie. They don't even care. But hey, ultimately at the end of the day, if Democrats want to double and triple down on this, be my guest, right? Be my guest. If you want to stand behind these woke mayors, again, one of whom has an approval rating of like 6%, right? Woke mayor Brandon Johnson. And that's who you want to stand with, be my guest. Be my guest. Democrats are showing the American people once again that they stand against the agenda that they voted for, right? That they are extremists. Democrat Party, they're extremists when it comes to these issues, okay? And that they're not interested in solving the problems. They're not interested in doing what the American people voted them into office to do. They're just not. They're just not.
You're not a safe city if somebody who has never been caught before, who's committed some heinous crimes down in a foreign country, then they come over here and they come to your city and they set up shop. You're not a safe city because you're allowing criminals, you're harboring criminals, just like Greg said. So you're not a safe city. You're a sanctuary city, which causes many problems. And I would never live in a sanctuary city. Thank you. Thankfully, Texas banned all sanctuary cities inside the state, even though we still have some liberal nut jobs running places like Austin. I also want to thank Greg Foreman from Black Conservative Perspective for his great content. So make sure you check him out. He makes some great videos, great content, very informative. So be sure to go over to his channel and subscribe if you have not already. But yeah, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share. Also, check out my merch shop, mixedtexanstore.com, and get 20% off of your first order, Mixed Tex. I have a lot of Texas stuff on there. There is a USA shirt as well, 1776, if you don't live in Texas. So we'll have more stuff coming for you for those people outside of Texas. But if you're in Texas, go ahead and check out the merch shop. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.